Obviously, a lot of preparation goes into this game. I thought they played Kansas State, had a great game plan for that one, and ran away with it in the second half. They really picked up their pressure and trapped them on several occasions, caused some turnovers, and that's what opened up the lead after Kansas State had a lead at halftime in that game. But I saw some of the same things. Maryland, I thought, had a very good game against them, very similar to how they played us. And then South Carolina, really got after them with that pressure. Again, similar to what happened to us. So, I think it's two pretty similar teams right now. And they're running a lot of the same things, trying to get Nash the ball on the block, and obviously running a lot of staggered screens for Forte to get him shots. But Hickey's playing with a lot of confidence. Newberry now getting into the starting lineup is playing well, and having Cobbins back there as the rim protector makes a lot of difference for that team. I've seen a lot. He's had some of his best games against us. Not only on the road, but also in Hilton. He's again, they've got two guys that they really play through. Hickey is a kid that will come off a lot of drags, but they run a lot of stuff for Forte or Nash. So we'll have to be prepared for him. He's a big, strong, physical kid. He's a little bit different because he pushes it in the break as a four-man. He's shooting more threes than he did a year ago. So he's a load. He's a big, strong, tough kid. We're going to have to do a good job collectively on him. Jameel, I thought he was a guy that played with a lot of energy. I thought he did a really good job of keeping us in that game the other night. Obviously his length, not only getting block shots but also affecting shots at the rim. It's very important when you can have that anchor at the back of your defense. I thought he helped up a little bit too much on a couple mid-pick and roll coverages, but for the most part he was really solid on that end. And then you can see, a guy like that, when you're struggling to score, can get you easy baskets just by running in transition and getting to the rim. And again, not only for himself, but that flattens the floor and brings the wings in, sucks them in, and you can kick out for some open threes in transition. So, Jameel will continue to get better. The more comfortable he gets out there, he's still finding his way, still needs to get himself in better shape. But for the most part, I thought he was one of the bright spots for us the other night. It's tough to simulate that type of pressure in practice situations. You can't do it. We had really good practices leading into that game, I thought. I thought we were really clicking on the offensive end. The previous games, obviously, I thought we were in a very good rhythm. It's just seeing that type of pressure for the first time, and coming out of the gate, we just didn't handle it well. And it's 15-4, really right at the first media timeout. We get a technical in there. I thought frustrations led to some of that. And then once we calmed down, we got them on some back cuts, got to the free throw line. We didn't make those. You obviously want to shoot better than 53%, whatever we shot from the line. And then we did miss some open shots. But, again, that pressure, I thought, wore some of our guys down a little bit and affected our legs. But hopefully we corrected some of that in practice yesterday, and we'll have another good sharp one today. You look at the raw numbers, it speaks for itself, having the number one RPI, having the best non-conference record of any of the leagues out there, having 9 of the 10 teams that have either been in the top 25 or have gotten votes to be in the top 25. So it's a monster, and you got to be prepared every time you take the floor. You even look at Texas Tech, that first game. Texas is a lot of people's pick to win the league, and they're in a heck of a battle down the stretch with that team at Texas Tech. West Virginia, same thing at TCU. So you're going to see a lot of close games. A lot of games are going to come down to who executes the best in the last 2 minutes, and hopefully we'll do a good job with that. You can't look too far ahead at that. Everybody I think that's in this league has that goal. You really have to focus at the task at hand. We may have gotten a little too comfortable. We'd won, I think, our previous 7 by an average of 22 or 24 points a game, and we just didn't go out there with the mentality that we needed against a very physical team, coached by Frank Martin. You have to come out of the gates ready, and I thought after maybe a few early slow starts, we've gotten much better in that area, but took a step back against South Carolina out in New York. It's going to be a big key, especially if you want to win on the road. You have to get off to good starts, or else you're not going to have much of a chance at the end. Obviously, you want to win them all, but the thing that I think will prepare us for league play is we saw every type of defense you can face. You saw pressure. You saw teams that pack it in. You saw length. You saw smaller lineups. You saw zones. You saw matchups. You saw every different type of press you can see. So that's where I think even maybe a step ahead of last year, just because of all the different things we've seen, that will prepare us. Oklahoma State mixes it up a lot, and then we're going to go play West Virginia, who's going to play a lot like South Carolina, and also had the pressure, that Arkansas played. So I think the different lineups, playing on the road at Iowa was huge for us. Getting that win will help hopefully give us some confidence when we go on our 2-game road stretch next week with West Virginia and Baylor. So those are the things I think that our non-conference helped us with. And then getting punched in the mouth a couple times. Can you learn from those games? Can it make you better? We'll see. We'll see what we're made of.